If you've been thinking about creating something but you've been doubting yourself, then this message is for you. You are made of great stuff. You are an amazing creative person that is just sitting and waiting to co-create with the creator. Right? All that you have been consuming so far on social media and elsewhere has given you all that you need to start creating today. Stop consuming now. Stop learning additional things right now for this moment and start creating. Start putting stuff out there that has your name tied to it. Start putting that thing out there that you have been practicing in the shadows for so long, right? Put it out there for others. Share it with others so it can inspire somebody, so it can empower somebody, so it may even educate somebody out there. But start creating. Whatever that is, the idea that God gave you, it don't matter what it is. Whatever that is, a creative nudge that you were given to put something out there, do so. Right? Act on it. Take inspired action on that creation right now. Right? Start moving towards it. Put steps forward. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter what first step it is for you. But you have to start taking those steps. Allow God to use you in an amazing way, but you have to start taking those steps. He's giving you those talents for a reason. He's giving you those skills for a reason. He's put you through certain experiences for a reason, so that the idea that He has given you, you can make something amazing out of it. So you can put your own twist to it. So you can put your own version of it out there in the world, right? Think about the fact that how many different types of brands of water is out there. So many, right? They're not looking at each other and trying to figure out like who's who, right? They just know that, hey, somebody's gonna pick this one and somebody's gonna pick this one. And that's just that. So forget about how there's so many people doing a particular thing. There's so many people, for instance, let's look at social media. Maybe you want to be a YouTuber and you're thinking, oh, there's so many YouTube channels out there. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's a part of it. Da 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 da. And so what? If God gave you a mission, if God has been speaking to you for years, months, whatever it may be, saying, hey, do YouTube on this thing, do that thing, try this thing, and He's been giving you all these ideas, and He keeps bringing it up to you and put certain things in front of you for you to think about it, for you to consider it, and you keep pushing it off, right? But He's waiting for you to put your story out there. So get creative in the season that we're in right now. And just remember that being creative is actually a muscle you have to flex. Every single person on earth is a creative person. Even if you don't feel that way, even if you feel like, oh, that person over there is creative, we are all creative beings, right? Because we're all co-creating with the ultimate creator. So we all have to be creative. And keep in mind, creative doesn't just have to be in one set way. It doesn't have to look one particular way, right? Maybe I'm a creator because I create YouTube videos and I do social media content, right? I can also be a creator in the fact maybe I create new dishes. Maybe I do art, I paint, I knit, I draw. The list goes on. There's so many ways for us to be creative, right? Maybe you're a person that you're into home decor and that is your thing. That is a way of being creative, right? Think about putting together a home and making sure it flows, it looks good, and it gives the right vibe. You're creating a space for somebody to live in and enjoy, right? So there's so many ways for you to be creative. You just have to find a way that you can flex that muscle in your life. That is something that you enjoy. Maybe it's linked to a passion or a skill that you have, right? But it's time right now for you to ease up on consuming all that you see on social media and start creating. You and I both know how we can get so caught up in scrolling. Weekends and hours can pass by and we're still scrolling. And it's like nothing, right? Don't get so caught up in consuming. Add to it. Put your little thing out there, right? And please keep in mind, when I say add to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, okay, you have to do something with social media, or you have to be a YouTuber, you have to be on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. It don't have to be that. But ensure that while you're there consuming things on the internet and in the world and elsewhere, wherever, right? Make sure that you're also adding some creative viewpoints and some creative aspect to that, right? Make sure you're putting into it in some creative way in this world, and you're flexing that muscle, right? And creating different things. You never know what can happen for you. I'm sure there's so many YouTubers that, for instance, that can say, listen, I just did this as a passion, right? I did not expect it to be this. I was just trying to have some fun. I just enjoyed fishing, and I just wanted to show people where we fish and how to fish and all that stuff. And before you know it, their channel blew up, right? You don't have to put anything behind and say, oh, I want to make income, I want to be big from this. But ensure that you're also creating and you're adding back to the pot. So you're just not just consuming what everybody else is doing out there, right? So if your way of being creative is by writing, write a blog, write a story, write a movie script, whatever. But start getting creative in this time. God is waiting on you. He wants to co-create with you, right? The both of you got to work together. As much as we want God to do certain things, He's waiting on us to make certain moves that He's been nudging us towards, as I said, for days, months, weeks, years, whatever, right? So ease up on consuming. Spend a little time and create something new, right? If you want to consume some content, read a book, whatever it may be, do so, but then take inspired action, right? God is going to show you, oh, maybe you could do that. And when you get that little idea, take action on it. Apply it in whatever way you are comfortable with creating, right? But take that action that you need to start putting things out there in this world, things that you're proud of, things that you can put your name on. Listen, I just sat down and created a video just now, and when I was done and I stepped back and looked at it and watched it, I was just so full knowing that there's so many people it's gonna help, there's so many people that are gonna enjoy it and all that stuff. It just filled me right up. And then to also know it is my creation. I made that, right? Anybody asks, well, I did that. You know, when they're enjoying it and they're taking it in. Right? In truth, I never really understand the aspect of going to like an art museum and stuff like that. But really, to really go, you know, create something and put it out there for the world to see, and to realize that, hey, listen, somebody's enjoying it, somebody's taking it in and is absorbing whatever it is that you're put out there, whether it's something for them to learn from, or something for them to be inspired, or just something to sit and enjoy, right? It's a very good feeling. And once you have that flowing, you ain't gonna wanna stop. But you gotta flex the muscle, right? I maybe have been flexing my creative muscle longer than you, so I may come off as more creative than you. Don't worry about that. It's just because I've been doing it longer and I've been putting more hours into it. Same for your neighbor, same for that big YouTuber content creator that you see online. They've been doing it longer, so they've been flexing that muscle, learning things, understanding their skill set, adding to their skill set as well, right? So whatever it is you want to be creative in, do so. It is time for you to do less of the consuming right now. God is calling you to start co-creating with Him. Go be creative. Go enjoy something. Go do something just for the pure enjoyment, just because you simply like it. All right? But ease up on consuming right now. Right? I know you're there saying, yep, I just finished going through, I did a 2 hours on TikTok just now. Yeah, I've been there. Okay? But add to the pot. Add some creative aspect to the pot. In any way, if you want to be a YouTuber, go do that. But we ain't only talking about that over here. Right? Because my thing is, not all of us are going to be YouTubers. At the end of the day, some of us just ain't going to like it. Some of it is just not for you. And that is okay. But go find whatever it is you enjoy doing and go flex that creative muscle. Right? So if you like cook something, go do that. Get inspired. Go on Pinterest, go try something different. Right? And go try that new recipe. Right? If you like to design clothes, go do that more often. Flex that muscle. Right? There's so many ways for us to be creative in this world. But don't just get caught up in consuming what we see online and around us and from the rest of the world, their opinions, their views, and all that. Don't just do that. Add back to the pot. All right? So you can inspire somebody, you can educate somebody, you can empower somebody with your creation. Don't downplay it, because you are made of good stuff, amazing stuff, great stuff. And whatever it is you have to put out there in the world, there's somebody out there ready and willing to enjoy it and to celebrate you and to cheer you on your journey. But you got to start showing up and start creating more and flexing that creative muscle. All right? So get on that right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.